Hello, my name is Luke.
China. Are you so mummy? How you climb? Up
Yeah.
that thing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
My name's Luke Reid, and this is Sophie Reid, my wife. We've got Luke, our son Luke Reid, named after me. He's 4 years old now. Just started school about a month ago. Yeah, September. When he was first born, he had pneumonia and group B strep. So he's very ill on life support. He had to go to the special baby unit. He was there for about 2 weeks, and basically he come through that okay, and then he got diagnosed severely deaf, profound severe deaf.
When we first found out, I think we was so relieved when he come home after being so ill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We just we wrapped him up in cotton wool.
He was that ill when he was born, basically, that it was he's 50%, 50-50. He was going to make it, wasn't it? So when he did make it,
I don't think it was less than 50. He was the sickest baby in Trevor Man.
Right.
So we was just over the moon. He was home and alive.
Yeah. Then, so to come out of it deaf was a small price to pay, considering we thought we could have lost him, sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll take that.
We can deal with
we'll
that.
Definitely take that. But yeah, I think when after having him for we were probably home for about 2.5 weeks from the hospital. Then I went up on my own, didn't I?
Yeah.
To the Conquest, and then I found my dad, and it was just like, oh, give us a break, we've got him. Thank God he's alive. And it was like, poor little thing, he's got to go through more and more and more. So I found it really hard for the first day. Well, even it was about 3 hours, I think. I was just crying hysterically and found it really bad. And then I thought, this is nothing. 3 weeks ago, he had to be resuscitated. He was in a coma, blah, blah, blah. So I think we sort of adapted quite well. Well, I don't know.
It could have been the antibiotics that kept him alive that caused the deafness.
It looks like that's what it was. So
that's one of the
side effects.
Yeah, maybe it could be one of the reasons why he's deaf. Yeah, they said he basically can hear up to about 120 decibels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like a power drill or an aeroplane taking off.
Yeah.
They said he'd never talk because when he gets a bit older, he realised that no sound was coming in, so he wouldn't be able to make sound himself. He'd think it was pointless, and then he'd stop talking and that. But
stop making sounds at 6 months, they said.
Yeah,
as well.
But then we thought that he could hear more than the machines showed.
Where we was with him 24/7, we could see that he was responding. But obviously, when you go for tests, as you'll see, he gets really shy at first. He didn't say a word, and
it's like the white coat syndrome, isn't it? He sees people and then he sort of stands up. Yeah.
So they was just going on what they saw, but we obviously knew different because we have him all the time.
And as time went on, he had further tests, but it seemed that his cochlea was working, but the signal weren't getting through to the brain. So after a good year, wasn't it? I think they maybe longer than a year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They sort of put it down to auditory neuropathy, which is quite rare, and no one really knew anything about it.
No, I think Luke was one of the first in the South East as well.
Yeah.
He was the second child in the South East to be diagnosed. Yeah, and they played us a recording on the computer. I think that was the first time it was
what
sort
it
of
might
realised.
sound
like the sort of
him.
radio, shh. That was the first time we sort of realised what it was we were dealing with, type thing. He's such an able little kid. Other than his deafness, there's just no stopping him. And he doesn't even let that get in his way at all.
No, he's happy, isn't he? Very happy.
Yeah, thank God. He's a quite confident little kid, little boy, who doesn't stop, which is a good thing, of course.
Yeah, it was hard to keep him in, wasn't it? Just kept pulling him out and.
Yeah, and then we'd feel bad and think, oh, he's alright, he's alright. We wasn't on it as much at first, and then we thought, well, it's only here to help him.
The later he gets, the harder it will be for him if he does have the implant.
So there's pros and cons. And I was talking and he just didn't look. He didn't have his aids on because he'd just come out of the bath, but he didn't look at all. So we can definitely tell good days and bad days with neuropathy.